Hi, my name is Cami Floyd, and I'm going to be talking about NextEra Energy. This is a team presentation for Team 2, who involves Cami Floyd, myself, Fernanda Torres, Cassandra Vickery, and Anthony Sestero. NextEra Energy is a Fortune 200 company. It started in 1925 in Florida by Florida Power and Light. They built their first nuclear power plant here in Florida. They currently generate power from 8 different nuclear power plants in Florida, New Hampshire, Iowa, and Wisconsin. NextEra's leadership believes in their core values. They're committed to excellence, treating people with respect, and doing the right thing. They want to grow to be the world's leader in renewable energy and build the best skills and capabilities in the industry as a whole. Cassandra, why don't you tell us more?
Thank you, Cami. So hi guys, I'm Cassandra Vickery. Today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about NextEra Energy and their external factors. NextEra Energy is a leading clean energy company that operates in Florida. Florida Power and Light and Gulf Power make up NextEra Energy. It also owns a competitive energy business known as NextEra Energy Resources. It is a world leader in electricity generated from the wind and the sun. This being said, NextEra Energy is focused on long-term sustainability. They invest in creating facilities in responsible manners to leave the smallest ecological footprint as possible. They have many capabilities, including a diversified high-quality portfolio, high financial strength, a tax-advantaged structure, and many opportunities for growth. NextEra Energy is constantly reinvesting their money into their company for better returns. They're expected to benefit in the significant wind and solar growth that is projected in the near future. NextEra Energy is one of the largest electric and power companies in North America. It is also a leader in renewable energy. It has 2 utilities in Florida, Florida Power and Light and Gulf Power, and it also owns the competitive business NextEra Energy Resources. It has been in business since 1925, as Cami noted earlier, and they operate within the state of Florida. They focus on wind, solar, energy storage, and wind repowering. In addition, the company also is investing in distributed generation and battery storage to stay ahead of the curve of the new technologies in the renewable space. They have a track record of innovation and excellent developmental skills. When looking at the attractiveness of the industry, it is very versatile and difficult to enter. This is because you need high capital. There are many state and federal laws that bring complications when entering into an industry like this, and the industry of energy needs to focus on clean energy. And this is one thing that Florida Power and Light does very well. If somebody tried to come in, a rivalry, a competitor, it would be very hard for them to succeed. They also have no really substitute. There's not really a threat that, we could just come up with a new way to get power unless environment which they operate in. They must assess which ways are most effective and efficient in generating and distributing energy in a manner leaving the smallest ecological footprint. This company has been noted to do more than any other company in addressing CO2 emissions alone. Their new goal is to lower carbon dioxide emissions from 2005 to 2025 by 67%. If all utility companies nationwide did this by 2025, the same as NextEra Energy, the CO2 emissions for the power sector would be 75% lower.
NextEra Energy analysis, major company issues. Number 1 being negative environmental impact. It is never easy to eliminate or lessen the CO2 emissions which come from a power plant. Generating energy does continue to have a negative impact on the environment. A roadblock for NextEra is the continuous battle with environmental policies. Location is everything, as the company needs in order to break ground for a house power plant facility. There's only so much space left in America to add more sites for large power plants. The presence of lobbyists and other political groups are aimed towards putting an end to the loss of more land. The environment has already taken enough damage from emissions. The outside force of regulations against for wildlife protected areas is unavoidable for NextEra. Additionally, though, they are the industry leader and they still have a low profitability level. Number two, the future of solar and wind. The future of solar and wind. Innovation and technology is always costly, which is why it's no surprise that solar energy ranks among the most expensive ventures. Sure, over a long run of the price, energy will decrease as it isn't being used naturally. However, it is the goal of NextEra to initially sell the solar products and get others on board. There is a conscious thought that these forms of alternative energy are beneficial, yet it's more important to ensure the customer is willing to pay the fees that come with this. Additionally, keep in mind how large these panels are. NextEra, with plans of expanding onto the industry, will have to account for the overhead costs of storage and manufacturing. It may be too early to tell, but a switch to fully wind or solar energy is still dependent on weather. They're not always going to be the most ideal windy and sunny days. Florida still does encounter heavy downpour between the months of June and August. NextEra must understand that renewable energy isn't always reliable. Considering the company powers millions, they must evaluate and analyze what the strategy for a full-scale renewable operation will take.
Thank you, Anthony, for all that information. Based on your analysis, we believe that NextEra Energy should pursue the following alternatives: hydroelectric opportunities and environmental support. NextEra Energy should consider their hydroelectric opportunities. Power plants are dangerous. They already have 8 of them, and they're already looking into solar power and other opportunities for electric power. Hydroelectric is a different opportunity that they don't dwell into at this point. They can travel worldwide and offer opportunities that they don't have locally, and they can provide the world with a safe, clean power source. To implement this, they should hire a team of experts to evaluate their new possibilities in hydroelectric powers. Look for new places to implement their plan and start small, grow as they become successful. NextEra Energy wishes to grow as the world leader in renewable energy. They should spend their time and resources focusing on this and don't build additional nuclear power plants. In addition to simply stopping, they should concentrate on enhancing the current nuclear power plants in regards to their safety and environmental hazards. They should place a team of experienced personnel together to evaluate the impacts of their current nuclear power plants. They should also evaluate the procedures that are their safety procedures already in place and implement new safety procedures at these current plants. After the evaluation, they need to adjust their policies, provide incentives to all employees who contribute to their safety. This implementation can be done immediately.